We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. We often fear death and may not even want to think about it because it seems scary and uncertain. However, this can lead to lifelong slavery because we act as if we're going to live forever and never do the things that we actually want to do. A really good example of this is a book written by Bronnie Ware called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, in which she surveyed patients who were on their deathbed, and the top regret of the patients was that they wish they lived a life true to themselves and not the life others expected of them. In the rest of the video, I'm going to be reading the biblical passage which inspired this idea, and also providing some practical questions you may want to ask yourself to avoid living a life of slavery. If this is interesting to you, feel free to like and subscribe below. A reading from the book of the Hebrews. Since the children share in flesh and blood, Jesus himself likewise partook of the same things, that through death he might destroy the one who has the power of death, that is the devil, and deliver all those who through fear of death were subject to lifelong slavery. For surely it is not angels that he helps, but he helps the offspring of Abraham. Therefore, he had to be made like his brothers in every respect, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God, to make propitiation for the sins of the people. For because he himself has suffered when tempted, he is able to help those who are being tempted. The first question was inspired by one of my friends, and it goes as follows. If you could write a list of all the things you want to do in life, what would be in that list? The next questions to ask yourself were inspired by some of the best Stoic motivational quotes, and I'll add a link in the description below to the article if you want to find out more. Imagine you are 80 and on your deathbed. What do you think you would regret not doing? And imagine you're going to die tomorrow. What do you think you would regret not doing? I really like the contrast between these two questions because one assumes that you're going to live for a long time and the other doesn't even have this assumption. I believe this is really important because it shows that the future is completely uncertain. Therefore, the only guarantee is the present, and we have to live immediately. Were you created just to huddle under the blankets and stay warm? Of course, we all need rest from time to time, but I really like this question because it helps you to fulfill God's purpose for you, even when you're not feeling motivated to do anything.